Hello, welcome to European Open Briefing for Friday, March the 15th. I'm Rafi Barjan, currency analyst at xm.com, and we're going to be taking a look at what's happening in the currency markets today. So after another busy day at Westminster yesterday, we are seeing Brexit headlines fade into the background a little bit as the votes yesterday didn't produce any unexpected surprises for the Prime Minister. We are seeing as a result the pound somewhat steadier this morning, around 1.30 to 50 against the US dollar. So as expected, MPs did approve an extension to Article 50, which means a delay to Brexit. The euro is also slightly higher against the dollar this morning, while the dollar itself is a little bit weaker, particularly against the yen. It did come under pressure earlier following some headlines which boosted safe havens such as the yen as well as gold. So reports suggest North Korea may suspend denuclearization talks with the US. But despite that, the overall market sentiment is mostly positive. We see stocks are in the green. So this comes on the back of more positive headlines that trade talks between the US and China are progressing nicely. So let's now take a closer look at sterling so we can see those sharp swings over the past few days. So yesterday, as expected, MPs did approve an extension to Article 50. This keeps Theresa May's deal alive, and also the other amendments. So there were amendments yesterday on holding a second referendum as well as holding a series of indicative votes so that MPs would decide the next steps on Brexit. So those amendments didn't get approved. So now we're likely to see the Brexit deal, Theresa May's deal, being put forward for a meaningful vote for a third time next week. We also have the EU summit coming up next week on March 21st, 22nd, where Theresa May will be asking for a delay to Brexit from other EU leaders. Of course, a delay is basically depends on other EU leaders approving it before it can actually be applied. So still plenty of uncertainty there. But in another possible boost for Theresa May, the Attorney General is considering changing his legal advice on the Irish backstop, and this could sway other MPs to finally back Theresa May's deal. At a quick look at the dollar-yen pair, we can see there was a brief dip to around 111.50 following those North Korean headlines, but also the yen did find support from the Bank of Japan policy meeting where they kept rates unchanged, and we didn't see any new dovish or a more dovish tone coming out of the BOJ, so this supported the yen, but overall market sentiment is upbeat following the headlines that the trade talks are progressing. So we've got this confirmation from both the US and Chinese sides, though Trump is still, of course, not giving anything away. He's saying that we will know either way in 3 to 4 weeks. Later today, we're going to have a raft of US data releases, so we could see some further volatility for the dollar-yen pair. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.